Welcome to Some Topic, the podcast where two dangerously underqualified individuals tackle an ever-changing buffet of subjects we have no business discussing. From global politics to ghost squirrels, nothing is off limits, and nothing is properly researched. We are your hosts, two voices with microphones, a Wi-Fi connection, and just enough confidence to sound like we know what we're talking about. Spoiler, we don't. But that's never stopped anyone with a podcast before, and we refuse to be the first. Every week, we plunge headfirst into topics both serious and stupid, usually at the same time, armed only with sarcasm, caffeine, and a dangerous overestimation of our own coherence. Whether it's philosophy, politics, pop culture, or paranormal rodents, we approach each subject like two raccoons who broke into the Library of Alexandria, knocked over a torch, and now insist the fire was enlightenment. Our findings? Improvised. Our sources? Suspect. Our method? Whatever we yanked from our asses while marching proudly up the hill of stupidity, ready to fall honorably in the fog of ego, ontological confusion, and the blood-slick ruins of abandoned discourse. It's too late to turn back now. Your descent has begun. And we, your casually deranged hosts, will guide you in style straight through the crumbling ruins of reason. Listener discretion is enthusiastically advised. This podcast contains strong language, stronger delusions, and a persistent disregard for intellectual safety. If you're easily offended, chronically literal, or spiritually fragile, please relax your chakras, unclench whatever needs unclenching, and consider yelling at a tree instead. This is not journalism. This is not education. This is comedy. This is play. This is Some Topic.
This episode brought to you by our Lord and Savior.
Ass sweat.
Not in the slightest. Cocaine.
Ah. Yeah, it makes your ass sweaty. Close enough.
How the fuck would you know that?
I wouldn't.
Ah. If you could take one everyday product today, like soda, cough syrup, or even coffee, and secretly slip in a banned substance just to see how history would remember it, what would you pick?
Gee, I don't know. Maybe cocaine?
Okay, pick something other than
Into
cocaine.
Coca-Cola?
You're such a fucking shit.
Or would you like an alternative for like a sedative Sprite? Where we just mix horse tranquilizer with this lemon juice?
So the answer is cocaine, which is today's episode. Do you have any remarks on cocaine?
Well, from the trusted source of Rick James, it's a hell of a drug.
What the fuck is Rick James?
Oh, he's Rick James.
Who the fuck is Rick
He's
James?
Rick James.
Go fuck yourself.
He's Rick James.
Who is Rick James?
He is Rick James.
Do you got a movie?
No, he's just Rick James. Don't invite him into your house when you have a new couch.
He sounds like a vampire.
Just don't let him in your house when you have a new couch.
So long before cocaine was extracted in labs, indigenous peoples in the Andes chewed cacao leaves for energy, altitude sickness, and spiritual rituals. To them, cacao was sacred, not dangerous.
Cacao?
Cacao.
Cacao.
Cacao. It kept farmers working long hours and helped them with hunger. In Bolivia and Peru, which you should be familiar with because those are the women you like to fuck, cacao leaves were often used in ceremonies to communicate with gods.
Mm-hmm.
Even today, locals drink cacao tea legally, while purified cocaine is outlawed worldwide. So my question to you is, what is your type of woman, Sam?
With or without the cocaine?
Yes.
Those are two very, very,
Very much yes.
different answers.
Very much yes. To keep you entertained and into the
So which
fucking
one?
episode. I said fucking yes. Answer, damn it.
one?
I said yes. It's not it.
Do I have the cocaine or does she have the cocaine?
Yes.
Am I already on cocaine or am I wanting cocaine?
Look,
Am I wanting cocaine because I ran out of cocaine? Because I'll fuck a cow.
Why
if
are you
that bitch has
fucking a
cocaine.
cow?
Well, if I ran out and she has some.
Why are you fucking metropolitan
8,
no, the
7.
to not put
BBW.
names in the episode, the Metropolitan Mutual Friends neighbors from like 5 years ago. You know who I'm talking about?
What about him?
Was a guy's name, but also a girl's name?
What about them?
You'd fuck that?
If I was coming down off of a coke high and I was out of coke and she had a bag of coke and she dangled it in front of her nasty ass cooch and she said, "Come here, boy, get you some of this and you can take the rest of this coke with you," I would take the coke. That's all I'm saying, is I would take the coke. Now, if you're talking about beforehand, okay, Sam, let's plan this out. Which women would you like to select for each stage of your coke this weekend? Well, then let's plan this out. Let's have some fun with this. I need some variety.
Variety is the spice of life.
Yeah.
So what is
Cocaine
your...
is the spice for your nose.
Okay, so for the spice of your nose,
Yeah.
what choice of women are you picking in the scenario where you can actually fucking pick?
Breathable.
I need a little bit better option than that.
Okay, if I'm supplying the coke, I want them small, bendy, breakable with olive skin. If they're supplying the coke, then I want their titties the right size to be ripping lines off them. If I'm currently on some coke, then I really don't care too much as long as they're not fat. And if I'm coming down on coke and she has coke, I don't care if she's a whale. And that should cover most of your primary, general 5 topics of coke.
How many fucking topics of coke are there?
Well, we're just covering the basic 5 for now.
There's, what, a basic 20? 25?
No.
26?
No, that's why I said the basic 5.
Okay. Do you think in Bolivia and Peru, the cocoa leaves, they were often used in ceremonies to communicate with the gods? Even today, locals will drink cocoa leaves legally while purified cocaine is outlawed worldwide. So, these leaves, should they be seen as cultural heritage or as drug use? So, while you were trying to inseminate these wonderful human beings.
Oh, I was not attempting to inseminate. Any insemination was purely accidental and coincidental.
Okay, these accidental inseminations, should it be cultural heritage or drug use?
Well, it's both. Because the coca leaf itself is used as a medicinal herb, no different than dandelions are used as a medicinal herb. When you're approaching things from a holistic standpoint, coca leaves have a lot of good benefits. They do
Like
help
what?
with indigestion and stomach problems. They help a lot with altitude sickness. And they're also a slow releasing energy, much like caffeine, but they don't have the same crashes as caffeine, which is why a lot of indigenous people will chew coca leaves throughout the day. Now, it takes about 5 pounds of leaf to get 1 tiny little ounce of coke.
Sounds like my type of coke.
No, it just takes an absurd amount of leaf to get purified cocaine.
So let me ask you this. How does this relate to our coke episodes?
That I wish they would put it back in the soda?
Well, yes.
And that's how it relates. Congratulations, you answered your own question.
Well, understood.
Are you actually looking up to see if coca leaves actually do all those things?
Maybe.
Yes, they do. And the tea's actually pretty fucking good.
They make fucking coke tea?
Yeah, you steep the leaves like you would any other tea. It's fucking... Like, flavor-wise, it's not like, oh, it's the greatest thing I've ever had. But in terms of, like, getting over your general migraines and stuff when you're traveling and general congestion and elevation sickness, oh my god, it was fantastic. It was great.
So,
Plus, you could really taste the child labor and the sugar when you put sugar in it.
I love me some child
You
labor.
tell a 4-year-old pick that sugar cane.
So, Medicine's miracle drug, the 19th century cocaine craze. When European chemists, so my kind of people, first isolated cocaine in the mid-1800s, doctors called it a wonder drug.
Well, yeah, it fixed everything in your point of view.
Sure. Bitch,
Don't worry about that leg, Doc. I've been missing it for 4 minutes, but I feel great.
I feel awesome. And then he dies 10 minutes later.
Yes, from blood loss. But
Sigmund
he felt great the whole time.
LMFAO. A good...
Reported 0 problems.
No problems as long as
The
you
issue
can...
is, I'm running out of Coke.
We need more Coke. Coca-Cola. Sigmund Freud praised it in his 1884 essay To Uber Cocoa, claiming it cured depression and helped with morphine addiction.
Yeah.
The surgeons loved it as the first local anesthesia. Cacao, cuckoo, wine, Vin Martini mixed wine with cocaine and became a hit with the celebrities, even endorsed by the Pope at the time.
No wonder everybody was so happy back then.
Oh my God, we just needed Coke.
Had Coke and everything.
And yes, Coca-Cola's original 1886 recipe contained cacao leaf extract, giving drinkers a lift in quotation marks. Make sure to reference our most recent adaptation of this episode in our Coke Part 1 and Part 2 episode. Sam, any comments, concerns, or questions?
I like Coke.
You would. You're not a Pepsi guy. I've kind of gotten that over
No, that's for black people.
You're definitely white. So, Thomas Edison and Queen Victoria were known to use cacao or cocoa wine, and Freud himself became addicted to cocaine while promoting it, which it's a self-promoting drug. So how do we decide when a drug is a miracle versus a menace? Sam, give me an explanation.
When the rich people find a way to make money off of it by privatizing it, it now becomes a menace.
But everything before that, it becomes a fucking wonder.
Well, obviously it was the God-given cure-all.
Okay, so
Until rich people found a way to privatize it. And
you remember our part 1 and part 2 of
Sure.
Coca-Cola?
something about naval vessels.
Sure, that one. Not that. Oh, we didn't talk
Even though
at
that
all.
was Pepsi.
Dude, we didn't talk about at all any of those. Did you think cacao or Coca-Cola's early success owed more to its sugar, caffeine, or more for cocaine?
We've already discussed this.
Well, yes, but I
It
want
was their three-pronged assault from
Okay.
them locking themselves into day-to-day Americans' histories, making it a cultural piece.
Sure.
And cocaine is one hell of a drug.
It's a wonder drug, one would say. One would say it's...
Here's your wife's irritation from lack of orgasm.
Now she's got multiple. It's like, what the fuck? That or you could be bad at bed, but, you know, details.
Or just give your wife Coke.
Yeah. I gotta find my fucking place in my notes again.
Someone needs more Coke
You're right.
in their cola. And they need to learn how to pronounce coca leaves. Because cacao is chocolate. Coca is cocaine.
Look, the Dutch were good at a lot of things.
Not
Chocolate is one of them.
pronunciation, apparently.
Yeah, well, that's just in general.
And how you're so good at chocolate, even though it does not come from your part of the world, always blows my mind. It's so amusing to me.
Don't fucking worry about
We'll do a
it.
chocolate episode.
No, we
I'll
gotta,
teach you a lot about your people's reason for existence.
dude, you don't have
It's to
people.
produce chocolate.
You're depressive. Like, you have no people.
I said your people.
I know what I said.
Yeah.
I know my people.
Your people's reason for existence is
I know my people.
So
You know, we don't know
a lot
that.
about your reason for existence.
Whatever the fuck. By the early 1900s, the fall from grace, addiction, and backlash, the dark side of cocaine was clear. Doctors saw patients become addicted, suffering psychosis, and even dying in the U.S. Newspapers, news articles fueled moral panic, linking cocaine use with crime and racial stereotypes. Blacks were blacks, whites were whites, Mexicans were
Brown.
brown, and the reds were reds. Laws like the 1914 Harrison Narcotic Act cracked down, and Coca-Cola quietly removed cocaine from its formula around 1929. The New York Times once ran a story claiming cocaine crazed, and excuse my French, and this is a PSA warning, black men. It was impervious to bullets, a racist myth used to justify stricter policing and harsher laws. So my question to you, Sam. Do you think cocaine, cocano, was demonized more because of health risks or because of racism/class prejudice? Go.
Neither. I'm going with rich people were unhappy that poor people had easy access to happiness and said, we want to make money, therefore this is illegal. You must now buy it as a prescribed drug.
That's racist. Could cocaine have stayed legal if used only in medicine? Go.
How about it could have stayed legal if used only in sodas? What about Sprite and Coke? What about a Dr. Pepper with a little pep in his step?
So I guess I should probably...
What about Mr. Pibb Extra with some extra added into it?
A little into the...
Just a little...
Is that why it's called pep in your step?
You derail things so completely and so efficiently.
I do things, and things are my thing.
No, that just it. Again, it's a shutdown error. It's a default feedback loop error.
Says who?
Every time you speak.
I hear what you're saying. You're wrong.
I can't keep rebooting my system every 5 minutes like this.
Go fuck yourself.
You're gonna mess up the algorithms.
What fucking algorithm?
I don't know. The ones that tell me what to say.
Fine. Cocaine goes pop culture, disco, Wall Street, and Hollywood. Fast forward to the 1970s and 80s. Cocaine became the glamorous party drug. Disco clubs in New York, Hollywood elites, and Wall Street traders all embraced it as the symbol of excess. Unlike heroin, cocaine was seen as stylish, energizing, and non-addictive. Quotation marks.
Sort
In
of.
parentheses.
Kind of.
A dangerous myth.
Have
to fucking say that. In Scarface, in the 1983 movie, Al Pacino's character, Tony Montoya, literally buries his face in a mountain of Coke. Not Coca-Cola, not Pepsi, not Sprite, not any other fucking main distribution of soda. Coca-Cola, the White Mountain. A pop culture image that defined an era. So my question to you. Why do you think cocaine became linked with wealth and glamour instead of just addiction? Why is it Coke, 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 Coke? And I have money.
Because crack's for poor people.
Why is crack for poor people?
Because it's called crack and not cocaine.
You don't want to elaborate?
That's literally it.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that is your answer. Is crack is for poor people, cocaine is for rich people.
Okay. In cocaine's pop culture image, still dangerous today, which movie often glamorizes it?
All of them?
Well, fuck.
Literally every single piece of African American literature.
African American?
Yeah, literature at this point, or media.
Not white. African American?
Yes.
It has to be African American.
Yes.
Why is it African American?
Because almost all of their literature and culture and all of their media productions nowadays are still the ones that are primarily glamorizing these types of things.
Fair enough.
That's all.
Okay.
Like it's literally a simple observation of the media that's being made right now.
The dark side.
Like besides Breaking Bad, because obviously,
I've never seen
again, had nothing to do with cocaine, but obviously that was white dudes. Yeah. But they were making it and selling it, not using it.
Exactly. The dark side. Cartels, violence, and war on drugs. Not to be confused with the burp that Samuel just did. Behind the glitz was blood. In the 1980s, Colombian cartels like Medellin, Pablo Escobar, and Cali turned cocaine into a billion-dollar empire. Miami became the main smuggling hub. sparking what was called the Cocaine Cowboy War as the CCW. Thousands died in cartel violence. The U.S. responded with the war on drugs.
Just wait.
Wait, what?
The rest of them will die soon enough.
Interesting. Mandatory minimum sentences, the DEA crackdowns and foreign interventions. This created new problems, though. Prison overcrowding, racial disparities in sentencing, crack versus powder cocaine, and endless cycles of violence. Pablo Escobar made Forbes' list of the richest men in the world for obvious fucking reasons. He offered to pay off Colombia's national
When did Forbes stop including drug dealers? Because I would love to see that nowadays still. If Forbes still kept tracking drug dealers. Like, imagine Forbes showing up to a drug den and asking for an interview. Because he's the most successful one in his city or whatever. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Dude, you just hit him with the fucking, I'm a drug lord and I have money. And Pablo Escobar is like, let me just take care of the national debt with this drug money.
Right.
And that's what he did. So, was the war on drugs doomed from the start? Go.
Yeah, it was all a sham from the start. We know
What you
it
mean?
was.
You can just say yes.
It's generally accepted as common knowledge nowadays that the whole war on drugs was really just a scam, and it was really an undercover operation from the CIA to get narcotics into underdeveloped communities, is the easiest way to put it.
Okay.
We got the blacks hooked on crack and then arrested them.
The blacks on crack.
Yep.
I mean, at least it rhymes.
And we tried to, do a few coups because that was our thing at the time. Tried to overthrow a few governments. Try to, think that we could control the whole international drug trade.
Fucking diesels.
Yeah, basically.
So, do you think the government's made cocaine worse by criminalizing it so harshly?
I think at this point, just do what the fuck you did with weed. Legalize it so at least you know it's not killing people. And go from there. I mean, the broader society will decide by the people that we hire and fire as business owners who we do and don't want to hire.
Sure. So, today, the modern landscape, from cartels to clinics, the cocaine is still illegal, though it hasn't disappeared. Cartels in Mexico and South America continue to profit, and cocaine use persists worldwide. At the same time, researchers are re-examining cocoa or cacao leaves and cocaine's medicinal potential. Could it ever make a comeback in medicine like cannabis has?
Yeah, if we would stop researching all the poisons that we've been trying to use as medicine, and we would just start using the same fucking herbs that have been around for centuries that we know do shit to us.
Well, I mean,
we could, like, if we revamped our whole pharmaceutical mindset from let's create better chemicals to do more chemical things to, okay, why is it that dandelions always worked for treating XYZ injuries, infections, and diseases? Okay, why was marijuana so effective in XYZ treatments? Why is cocaine so effective in XYZ treatments? Okay, what about psilocybin mushrooms? Why are those so effective in certain treatments? That's what we should be focused on, pharmaceutically. But instead, it's all focused on the chemistry side of things and inventing new chemicals.
Well, in 2020, scientists tested cocaine derivatives for potential antidepressant use. In Bolivia, which, because it couldn't be in the USA, cacao tea is openly sold while the U.S. still lists cocaine as a Schedule I drug. So, you kind of already listed it, and you kind of already said it.
Well,
should cacao leaves be treated differently from purified
Those are
cocaine?
two different things. Those are two entirely different things. That it's like me saying, that's me coming to you with some ash and some sulfur from a fire pit, from a fire that we had last night.
Okay.
And bringing that and selling that to you as some charcoal versus me bringing some fresh gunpowder ready to go inside of the primer and cartridge. Load your round, off you go. Here's some ready to use gunpowder.
Okay.
One is an ingredient, one is a final product. Coca leaves are just your base ingredient. There are a lot of other additives and a whole lot of processing that needs to go on to turn a coca leaf into concentrated cocaine.
Okay.
You are talking about two completely different items. The problem is that there's no way to regulate and stop somebody who has purchased coca leaves from then turning that into a processed final product of cocaine.
Okay.
It would be really fucking obvious. It's no different than the FDA saying, hey, you can't buy this much corn because we know you're using it for baiting. You're not really using it for seeding and for feeding livestock. We know you're using this as bait corn, which you're not supposed to do because you've just bought 50 pounds of it, but your property size should really only need 10.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. We would now need an entire separate system of oversight to make sure individual households aren't buying up enough to produce cocaine.
So let me ask you this. Cocaine trivia round.
Uh-huh.
Speed round. What famous psychologist was an early promoter of cocaine?
Psychologist?
Yeah.
I don't know. Dr. Seuss?
Incorrect. Sigmund Freud.
Ah.
Which soft drink originally contained Coca-Cola leaf extract?
Coca-Cola. Leaf extract.
I kind of gave it to you. What U.S. law restricted cocaine use?
The something Prevention Act of something 60-something.
Got it. The Harrison Narcotics Act of 1914.
Harrison.
Who is the infamous Colombian cartel leader tied to cocaine smuggling in the 1980s?
No idea.
Pablo Escobar. What South American country still legally allowed cocaine?
The one thing that I know for a fact, I don't know.
I don't know that. Now answer the next one.
What was it? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Fuck's sake.
I was laughing at my own ignorance.
The second attempt at this question. What South American country still legally allow
You want to go for the third?
cocaine?
Well, lots of them. You're just focused on Bolivia for some reason. But it's
And-
still legal in Brazil
and
Peru. And
Yeah, no, you got it. You got
and
the answer.
Mexico. And
Which
Guatemala. Shall I
1983
continue?
cemented cocaine's image in pop culture with a giant mountain of coke scene?
Say hello to my little friend.
And that is the name of the movie.
Toy Story
Oh my God, yes.
3.
Not to be confused with Scarface.
Yes. Or Toy Story 1.
True or
Or Toy
false?
Story 2.
True
It
or
is Toy
false?
Story number 3.
False or true?
Falser.
Cocaine was once recommended as a cure for morphine addiction.
True.
You were semi-correct.
I know it's true because you just said it less than 5 minutes ago.
Correct. What's the difference between a crack and a powder cocaine?
Well, one's a powder and one's a crack.
You're correct in the sense that crack is cooked with baking soda, making it a smokable and more addictive and historically punished, more harshly substance.
Oh, it's cut more than just that.
Look, how many people die each year from the cocaine overdoses in
Lots.
the U.S.?
Well, crack or cocaine?
I said fucking cocaine.
Yeah, but those are two very different
I asked
statistics.
cocaine. Fuck you.
Not that many,
20,000
if even.
from the recent SDC stats. Okay, which U.S. city was the main hub
Miami,
for...
Florida.
All right, good enough.
Not to be confused with Miami, Alabama.
Ah.
Or Miami, Tennessee.
Really?
Well, it's better than Miami, Kansas.
All right. Any fucking closing remarks on cocaine?
It's one hell of a drug.
Good for you.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
And that's all for this week on Some Topic, the show where logic is seasonal, facts are optional, and the raccoons are 2 paychecks behind. If you're a liberal, please keep your critiques to yourself. Our unpaid interns have adopted a shoot first, shred later policy, and we're in a stand your ground state after all. HR has yet to get back to us with a solution, so stand by. To the rest of you, keep your coffee black, your sarcasm sharp, and your reality on airplane mode. Until next time, stay skeptical, stay caffeinated, and stay just interested enough to keep the surveillance squirrels guessing while we slip out the back.